Greetings of the day, friends. In our first part of our group discussion, we have talked about what is meant by exactly a group discussion and why one kind of group discussion is organized in any one of the company. Then we also talked about whenever we want to take participation in the group discussion, what are the various kinds of rules and regulations we want to keep it in mind before taking the participation in the group discussion. And with addition of it also, we have discussed in details about various kinds of features that we want to keep it in mind. And we also talked about the various kinds of topics of the group discussion connected with different streams. Now let's continue the same point in our today's class, and this class will be also connected with the second part of our group discussion, in which we are also going to talk about the remaining part of it. So let's enjoy this teaching and learning process. Dear friends, in our day-to-day life, one kind of preparation is going to play a very significant role. So that's why today we are going to study about how to prepare for a group discussion. So the Francis Bacon is notable distinguished writers from the British era. He says that reading makes a man, conferences ready a man, and writing an exact man. So the reading is one of the important skills that we need to enhance. It is directly or indirectly connected with our skill of understanding. And at the same time, we should know the various methods of the reading. So, reading is significant to us. At the same time, we need to keep it in mind that we need to read the various kind of study material, like we need to go through some journals, reference books, original text, magazines, newspapers, and so on. So, like the reading, it is going to enhance your, the more you read, the more thinking abilities are going to improve, and the same thinking abilities are going to play a very significant role in your group discussion. So after thinking, whenever you are taking the participation in the group discussion, after listening to your group members, you need to note down some of the important points. The candidate should have the proper kind of analytical ability. This is one of the important demand from the various company at present time. So it is related with your common sense. The more you read, the more you think, the more you are able to analyze your topic in a very proper way. For example, if the topic is given to you to discuss about the 5G technology, then you should know about what it meant by 5G technology, what are the systematic kind of technical knowledge that you have related with 5G technology, and which points you are going to also add in your group discussion. The major point in your group discussion that your thinking should be clear, your idea should be clear, and you may be able to present your ideas in a very brief way to the point. To take active participation in the group discussion, what exactly you need to do? Your whole team members, you want to sit together, you want to form your group, and at the same time, you want to do the more and more practice of discussing in the group. At the same time, you want to keep the pen pad with you to note down the points in your group discussion, and you also want to take our care about that what are the appropriate examples which you are going to add in your group discussion. And before taking the participation in the group discussion, if you have any query, if you have any doubt, so you are permitted to ask to the evaluator before starting your group discussion. And very important, you want to take care about that how you are thinking in a very clear way and how you are also presenting in a very simplest way in the group discussion. So we have talked about, in short, how to prepare for the group discussion, that we need to keep it in our mind that to enhance our reading abilities, to think in a very logical way and in a very clear way, to improve our writing skill, analytical ability, how we want to do the practice, and at the same time how we want to be a very creative and innovative. Dear friends, it's a time to understand how the group discussion as a part of selection process for the company. So we want to understand that group discussion is not a one kind of structural part. It is not structured. We found that there is no chairman, there is no secretary, there is not any kind of detailed agenda about it. Whenever you are taking participation in the group discussion, for example, if in your team there are the 10 participants, so the any one of the member from the 10 participants can initiate the problem. For example, if you are talking about what is meant by internet security, so you can define the problem there, so any one of the member can present their own point of view. Then before taking the participation in the group discussion, any one of the member, he also wants to convey about which points are going to be covered in your whole group discussion, and what are the various kinds of point of views will be also presented. So you may be able to present also that kind of a preview at the beginning of your group discussion, and at the end also you want to summarize in short whatever you have conveyed there. The success of full group discussion, it depends on the teamwork. So whenever we want to work in any one of the team, so the various responsibilities, various duties are given to an individual. So it will be the responsibility of each members who are taking participation in the group discussion that your group discussion should proceed very smoothly. Then whatever kind of points you are discussing, so you may be able to lead towards the solution of your problem which is stated to you by your company, and whatever kind of course of action is also taken by you related with that particular kind of problem. And very significant point that we need to keep it in mind, that in the group discussion all members, they should have the one common point of view, and that common point of view should be to reach towards your conclusion, to reach towards your solution. So whenever we want to take participation in the group discussion, so the sitting arrangement is very important. You need to keep it in mind that you want to sit in a circle round table. And why you want to sit here in a circle round table, that here you may be able to do your proper kind of observation, what points are presented by your team members, and you may be also able to do the proper kind of eye contact with them. So there is not any kind of place to your own emotions, to your own anger, excitement in the group discussion to show to the entire team. So these are some of the duties that we need to keep it in mind before taking the participation in the group discussion. So the whole success of your group discussion, it depends on how each members they are exactly following their own responsibilities and the duties which are assigned to them in the group discussion. When we want to take participation in the group discussion, it should have the proper kind of structure, one kind of systematic structure. It is going to reflect the good ideas. It is going to present a good kind of compact of the entire teamwork. So there are the three major parts that are connected with the group discussion. The part first will be how to do the good kind of beginning of our group discussion. So there are the various kinds of ways to do the beginning of our group discussion. So for example, if we are discussing about the point or the topic internet, so we can define any one of the definition about what is meant by exactly internet. If you are talking about any one of the fact, so this is also one of the way to do the beginning about the group discussion. If you are talking about the local trains in the Mumbai, so you can here initiate any one of the fact from day-to-day life of any one of the passenger, and we can initiate our group discussion. Or we can also present the various kinds of stories, some kinds of statistical data, some figures. We also utilize the various kinds of quotations that are related with your topic which is given to you. So the whole success of your group discussion, it depends on how you are going to do the effective kind of beginning. And in the first part of your group discussion, it is expected that all members, first of all, they are going to give their own introduction to all of them. Then later on, any one of the member, he can give the preview about the whole group discussion, which points are going to cover, and any one of the member can initiate the group discussion. So this was the first part of our group discussion. That was the beginning. So like the first part of our group discussion, we have also the second part of our group discussion. So we can call to this second part of our group discussion as a middle part. So this kind of middle part of the group discussion is nothing but it is the soul of your whole group discussion. So here whatever kinds of points which are prepared here by all the team members who are taking participation in the group discussion. So it will be the whole kind of discussion with an example presented by you, and it is the one of the important part of our group discussion. And the third part of our group discussion that we have, that is the ending of our group discussion. Here in our ending, here all team members they want to keep it in mind that they are going to once again summarize their whole discussion, whatever kinds of points, sub points they have presented here. And the last part of your group discussion, that is the ending, is not complete without providing any kind of solution. So all the group members they want to keep it in mind that they want to give the exact kind of solution at the end of their group discussion. Without the solution, the group discussion will be infutile. If we want to keep it in mind, some of the qualities of effective group discussion, that how it is related with our quick understanding level, and we need to also give the mature kind of reactions whenever the various ideas are expressed by our team members. The good kind of positive approach we should have till the end to reach towards the solution about the problem in the group discussion. And all the team members, they should have the power of expedition. They may be able to present their ideas in a very proper way with an analytical ability and the good kind of behavior, good some kinds of ethics they want to follow, and they also want to present all these things in an effective way in their presentation. Hello friends, the last point which I want to highlight here, this is directly connected with the dynamics of the group behavior. So whenever the group discussion is happening, so whatever kind of whole behavior you have, it counts a lot. So it is nothing but it is related with your entire teamwork. So we need to keep it in mind some of the dynamics of our group discussion in our mind, and these dynamics of the group discussion are nothing but it is a internal part of our day-to-day life which is going to stimulate to us to do the changes in our life, to update to ourselves. So whenever the group discussion is organized, we want to keep it in mind that it should have the proper kind of beginning, middle, and an ending. It should be the group oriented. It should not be an individual oriented. Here, all the team members, they want to keep it in mind that they want to give the chance to the remaining members to participate in the group discussion and to present their ideas in a very proper way. And to follow the proper kind of sequence in the group discussion is very important. If your group discussion is organized for the 10 minutes, then for each members how many minutes you are going to speak, you also want to take the proper kind of planning about it. You want to do this kind of planning, and at the same time you want to take care about that how the each members is going to take active participation in the group discussion, how you are also going to give the respect to the others point of view, what are kind of cooperation you have. And a very significant point that I would like to present here, that all the team members they should have the one kind of caliber to work for the team, and without the purpose they are not able to present their group discussion in an effective way. So this kind of purpose which is also going to give them one kind of energy to work in an effective way, and this kind of unity is also going to play a very significant role. All the team members they also want to be a very objective like a scientist, and they also want to think, take care about that how they are going to make their points very creative, and whatever ideas points are presented by each team members, so the listeners or the evaluators they may be able to believe you whatever you are going to convey to them. So the each team members, whenever they are presenting their points in the group discussion, they also want to take care about that how they are presenting it firmly, politely, with a confident, and they should have also the quality of empathetic listening. Means here we want to understand the other's point of view in a simplest way. We need to keep it in our mind the you attitude, and it should be the an ability of each team member that they should know at what time they also want to take some kinds of strategies they want to use it, and the proper kind of effective kind of intervention should be also them among each team members, and that kind of intervention should be like that they may be able to reach towards their conclusion, and each individual they also want to uh, keep their behavior in a very proper way, and they also want to maintain a one kind of emotional maturity and balance in their group discussion whenever they are taking participation. So these were some of the important points that we need to keep it in mind whenever we are uh, taking the participation in the group discussion. So in short, uh, these are all the dynamics of group behavior, like the good kind of group orientation, properly conducting it, proper kind of time management, involvement of each member, proper kind of cooperation among them, respecting the other's point of view, and uh, how they should have one kind of ability to work as a part of group, and how they also want to keep it in their mind the purpose of their discussion, how they also want to be creative, how they also want to be polite and firm at the same time, and how they should know the proper kind of turn taking strategies, and how to uh, create a one kind of effective kind of intervention, and how also they want to maintain a one kind of emotional maturity and the balance in the group discussion. Hi friends, at the ending, I would like to give you one of the activity, and if you are doing this activity, then I'm sure that you are going to be successful in your group discussion. And this activity will be like this: prepare a list of topics for group discussion from your own streams like computer, agriculture, commerce, food, and ABM. Thank you. Dear friends, to conclude, in this second part of the group discussion, we have discussed in detail about how to prepare for group discussion, how the group discussion is a part of selection process. Whenever we are taking active participation in the group discussion, then what will be the role and responsibility, or what will be the duty of an individual in the group discussion. With addition of it also, we have talked about how here in the group discussion there are the three major parts, like how to do the a good kind of beginning of the group discussion, what will be included in the middle part of the group discussion, and how to do the conclusion in our group discussion. And the last point that we also talked here, that will be related with the dynamics of the group behavior. Here, whenever we are taking participation in the group discussion, so we are representing to our whole team. So what kind of behavior we want to keep it here, it is going to be very significant to us. And I'm sure that this video will be also very useful to you uh, for those students who are preparing for their placement. Thank you, and have a wonderful day to all of you.